Okay, we're looking at surface area, and we're going to have a picture of a box here because it's a rectangular prism, and when it's a rectangular prism, I like to think of a box. Kind of like if you order something from Amazon and then you have to collapse the box before you put it into the trash. It's flat. It's a flat version of a 3D object. So the dimensions of a rectangular prism are given in the net shown. What's the total surface area of the rectangular prism in square inches? Let's take a look at what we're working with here. It's a geometry question, so we need a formula. So the formula for finding area of a rectangle or a square, which this is all rectangles and squares, is length times width. You could also say base times height, but we're going to stick with length times width here today. So area equals L for the length and W for the width. So let's break this down piece by piece and then bring the pieces together. There is a formula for surface area of prisms that you'll get to later, but we're going to do it and break it down by 2D geometric shapes, and we'll do the formula later on. So area equals length times width. Let's look at this first shape that we highlighted here in yellow. It looks like we have a length of 7 and a width of 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Easy multiplication right there. So we've got 21 inches is the area of that. So we're going to put 21 into that shape, and then we're going to find similar congruent shapes. You can see that top shape and then that third shape in there, they're exactly the same, and they have the same dimensions because it's a 3D object. So when we fold it up together, those pieces are the same. So when we put them together, we already know that, and it saves us a lot of work. We know that both of those are going to be 21. So looking at it going forward, we're just going to label that and keep it there because we're going to need to add all these up when we're done to find the total surface area. So let's look at this next one. We got 5 by 3 is 15. Is there a similar shape in there that's 15? Looks like it. Just like we did before, we're on the other side there too. So we are already almost through this problem. And it's just simple finding the pieces and knowing the dimensions. We got a couple more shapes to do. Let's look at this orange one, length times width, and break it down here. We know we've got 7 on one side and 5 on the other side. We can use similar sides and corresponding sides to figure that out. 7 times 5 is 35. Another easy math on there as well. And then we know this other one, it's congruent. So now all we got to do is find these pieces, add them up. Looks like they're very simple numbers in here, and get ourselves the total surface area. So if you look at it, we break these down: 35 plus 35, 15 plus 15, and 21 plus 21. We can see it highlighted. We did the work in there. Let's figure out what the answers to these things are real quick. 35 plus 35, 70. Easy. 15 plus 15, 30. And 21 plus 21 is 42. So now we can just cluster these together and group these together and just make chunks of these numbers here. So 70 plus 30 is 100. And then we can add, we have 100, then we're going to add the 42 to that. And we should have our total surface area right after this, 142. The math really isn't that difficult on it, but let's look at the last problem and see, make sure we got it. What is the total surface area of this rectangular prism in square inches? 142 inches squared.